Hello guys, and welcome to another jQuery video tutorial. And in this video we will start introducing to APIs, okay? Or we will use a simple example of the FlickR API. The FlickR, as you know, is a website where you have images. You can search millions of images or pictures, and we will use their API to request some images from that website, okay? So if you guys don't know what an API is, you can search that on Wikipedia or in Google, okay? And I'm also going to do maybe the next course after jQuery. I'm going to do a simple API course with some videos. And I'm gonna teach you what basically API is, how we can use APIs, different APIs from different websites, okay? Google, Facebook, YouTube, and some other sites, okay? And what tools or what do we need to use those APIs, and how to extract information or data from those websites, okay, with their APIs. So in this simple example, we will use the FlickR API, and we will use the JSON. So we have, as you know, if you guys already used the FlickR API, as you know, FlickR has JSON and PHP API, and also XML API, okay? So they have a lot of different languages that you can use or extract information. In this simple example, we will use JSON. So the simple function that you have to use in jQuery to request JSON API is getJSON, okay? So that's basically what we will learn in this video. So the first thing I want you guys to do is, in the body section, we will create a button, and when we click the button, we will make a request to the FlickR API and request some images, okay? And so, but before that, let's just create the button, input type, and ID button, and value equals get pics. Let's close this, and you can type P for paragraph here, and here let's create a div, ID equals images, and div. Okay, now let's create the jQuery code. And the first thing I want you guys to do, before we can do any script in here, just before the script tag, let's type style, close, and style, because I'm gonna do a little CSS in here, which is going to be EMG, and then curly braces, and height 100 pixels, float dot left, okay? Just type that before your script tags, and you're ready to go. And in here, let's type, as always, document dot ready, parenthesis, function, parenthesis, curly braces, single, and a semicolon. Now in here, the first thing I want to create is grab the button and create the click event. So ID button dot click, dot click, and in here function, parenthesis, and curly braces. Now in here, the first thing I want to do is the getJSON method that we type like this: get, and now get capital letters JSON, okay, and parentheses. Now inside a parenthesis we have to type double quotes, and in here we will type the URL that we want. From where do we want to get the values, okay? And the parameter is HTTP API flickr.com. As I told you before, we're grabbing images from the API from Flickr, and /services /feeds /photos public and .gne and question mark and JSON call back equals question mark, okay, and comma. So now down here, let's put this aside. Down here, let's create these curly braces, and I'm gonna put this closing parenthesis in here, and of course the semicolon, okay? So now between the curly braces we have to type this little thing right here, tags, and this means what tags do you want to grab. So I want to grab all the tags that have car in it, okay, comma, and then tag mode, which means what type of tag do you want, and I can put here any, and now in here I type format, and the format that we want to get or request the information is in JSON format, okay? So now that there is here, now we type comma in here, function parenthesis data, and data means the data that is being returned from this URL, okay? And here, let's put this right here, data, and now in here we type each data dot items, okay? And basically what this does is pretty much like the loop in JavaScript, a normal JavaScript or a for each loop. So each data items, and data, as you know, is for the data return, items is for all the items that are returned. And now we type function with parameters I and item, okay, and now we type again curly braces, and here we type selector, and inside it I type the div images, okay, images. Sorry, not images. Here we type this little thing here, EMG. Now we'll tell you what this means in a minute. The attr, which is the attribute function, which will include src, sorry, comma, and item dot media dot m dot append to the ID images. Okay, and down here we type if I equals 3, return false. Okay, so save it. And okay, if you got lost with the closing curly braces and all this, check that if you have the closing curly braces 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and here is, I have to put a semicolon in here again. Okay, so at the bottom or after the whole code, you need one close curly braces with parentheses and semicolon, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so what about the code? The code basically says get JSON data from this URL. Okay, and whenever you see this this word here, JSON callback equals question mark, it means that you can use you can use the JSON callback function to retrieve information from that API or that website. Okay, JSON is returned because we already we also choose the format in here, JSON. So basically I want to return, and we are making a request or a query to search all the cars, tag mode any, JSON format, and then we have function data, and here is where we define as well what do we want to output to our user, okay, in our web page. So we make here each function, okay, that loops through all the items, data.items, and then we make a function with the parameter I and item. I stands for, as you see here, I stands for all integer values for each item, okay, or for each object that is returned by JSON. Okay, so using I, we can also loop or make a JavaScript loop through all the items that are returned. Item is basically the value or the object that is returned. Okay, so in here then what we do is grab image attribute, okay, and source, comma, the source item media m. Item.media.m returns a source for each image. Okay, as you know, we are retrieving images. Okay, Flickr is all about images or pictures. So item.media.m is the URL or the source of that image. Okay, so and then we append each different image to the image's ID. Okay, in here, and then we say if I, okay, equals exactly to 3, return false. This we do this to when it reaches the 4th picture, we call it off, okay, or we cut that connection. So what basically this will do is return us the 4 last pictures from the Flickr that have tag car, okay, in JSON format. So basically we will have hopefully four different car pictures, okay, the 4 last uploaded pictures of with tags of cars. So let's see if that works. So I'm gonna open my Google Chrome, And let's open this in localhost ajax.html. There it is. Here it is. And when we click it, nothing happens. So let me see. We have an error. Oh, okay. In here, this is not a dollar sign. It's this. Okay, refresh. Refresh and click here, and there it is. Beautiful. Okay, so these are the 4 latest pictures from Flickr, okay, that have car in tags, okay, and their in their tags. So every picture that has car in the tags, or every 4 last pictures, and this is always going to be updated, okay? Maybe in 5 to 10 minutes, if I click again, this is going to be updated. And now we have a problem, is that I don't want this to happen. Whenever I click get pics, this instead of appearing the 4 again, it's always appending the same 4, okay? If I click again, this is happening because, oh, we have a new picture there. Okay, let's refresh. If we click get pics, this happens. If I click again, okay, it's always appending. I don't want this to happen. I want to, whenever I click this button, appear 4, and then if I click again, only 4 will appear, okay? I don't want this to be always appending to, okay? So to do that, what we have to do in here is create this line of code. After clicking the button in here, just before the getJSON function, we type images, grab the images dot empty, okay? And this, if you search this in the jQuery tutorials or documentation in their website, what this does, empty, it empties all the tags, or all the tags that are inside or that we have created with this line of code here, okay? If you pay attention, basically what we do here is creating an image tag for each different picture with a source attribute in it, and the source attribute is going to be this thing here, okay, which is a URL to the image, and then we append each different picture or each different image tag to the ID image in here, okay? But the code is always empty, okay? This is all done in the DOM, okay? If you know what Firebug is, you can see in Firebug in your Firefox. You can see that the DOM is changing when we run this code. And if you see your HTML code or the DOM, you will see that some images have been created. Or some new tags, okay? And I can show you that. Let's go to let's see that in the Firebug. So I have my Firebug here. Let's open this. Here it is. Let's push it a little bit more downside. And up here, type local host ajax.html. There it is. Okay, so open Firebug. Okay, when I click get pics, you'll see 4 pics appears here, but if I click here in the body, I have div images in here, and the code is empty, but here it appears 4 different images, okay, you see? So basically we can grab whatever tag we want, okay, with jQuery code, and create a tag and attributes and whatever you want, and basically from scratch create a new web page or new or change a web page to whatever new tags we want to put in there. Okay, so now what we can do is in here we can empty those tags as well. Okay, so we create the tags in here, but I can empty the div images and all the tags inside it. Okay, all the tags inside here, which is basically images, empty them whenever I click. So whenever I click button, I will empty first all the images, okay, delete all the images, and then run the code getJSON blah blah blah, and then I get the images from the Flickr API and create the images and the source and all that. Okay, but if I go back and click it again, I will empty those again. Okay, so basically what I do here is always create four new images, and you'll see that. Let me see if I save that. I have to save that first. Here. So refresh. Okay, if I click get pics, okay, I get the last four. You see, it has been updated, so we have the last four are new ones. If I click again, there it is. Okay, I always get the last four. I don't append anymore. Okay, so that's what I want. And now what I'm going to show you as well is another thing. Maybe in the next video I'm going to put in here a loading image or a GIF animation for the user. Meanwhile, the user is waiting for the images to load. Okay, and probably you saw a lot of that in Facebook and some other websites. You see a progress bar or something like that, or an animation when you are waiting to picture to load or something. Okay, so see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.